Hi, everybody. Welcome on Cranio Creation Twitch channel. I'm super happy to welcome you all today here. As you can see, I have here today a lot of friends. So we are going to have the first live gameplay of Anunnaki. So don't hesitate to write in the comments if you have any question about the game that I can remind you will be soon on Kickstarter. But let's go right to our guests. So first of all, let me introduce Paul today, who's going to play the game with us. As you can see, we can see a little spoiler of the cover on his back. So super cool to have you here. And then we have the author of the game, Simone Luciani, playing with us and telling us all the secret about this new game. Then we have Giuliano Acquati, the chief editor of Cranio Creation. Hi, Giuliano. And then we have Manuela, that will manage the live with me, answer the comments, and follow Twitch with us. So I think that we can go straight to the TTS table of Anunnaki, so that we can make a very quick introduction to the game, and then we will share with you step by step during the gameplay all our moves. So let us know your comments and what if you have any question or doubts about the game. So who is going to introduce the game? Giuliano, do you want to make an overview?
Sure, no problem. So basically Anunnaki is a complex game that shows different pantheons of gods, and in this setting, this pantheon of gods comes from distant planets, and they want to expand their control on their planets to exploit resources, creates new units, and also creates higher value units, incarnating gods into the simple units. But also they want to reach the central planet, the Earth, where they find more fruitful territories, but also in the center of Earth, two very powerful territory at the beginning of the game controlled by Atlantis. So if you win a fight at the center of the Earth, you will have a lot of bonuses. The game is driven by a very cool mechanism, which is the star depicted on each player's board. On each of these 10 tiles around the star, there is a specific action. And basically what you do in your turn is move your pawn from one tile to another to perform one specific action. The cool part is that when you move on your star, if you are moved from a tile to a tile that is straight next to the previous one, that means that you will follow one of the lines of the star. You will place one of your cubes there. The cubes are very important because they give you some resources, very important to fulfill many things in the game, but also allow you to put in play the gods, the minor gods, and your avatar. So every time you go around a god tile on your star, you are able to put a bigger miniature in play, which has a higher value in combat, but also a specific effect that can change from game to game, because there are more cards than the number of cards you actually use inside of each game. So basically, this is the main concept. On the left of the player board, you see your resource tracks. On the right, some extra actions that you can perform during your turn. And on the top part, you will see your major god, your avatar, special ability, all your minis, your god cards, your settlements, the weapon cards, and everything you need to play. On the scoring board, you see 3 different tracks, all important for scoring at the end of the game. So on each of this track, you will advance during the game, depending on special action that you take. On the fourth track, you will advance in another way. And all these tracks are related to a specific item of the game. And also this item changes position from game to game. So for example, you see that here, the top track, which is the war track, in this game is related to settlements, but in another game can be related to another icon. So this adds a lot of variability inside the game. On the right of this board, you see the available commercial path, and these tiles can be acquired through an action and can be fulfilled as an extra action, and all of them gives immediate special effects when you fulfill them.
Okay, so I think that we got the concept of the game, and basically we can start diving into the game. So the players today will be Paul, Giuliano, and Simone. So let us know who we think will be the winner in this case. So who's going to start?
Yeah, we still have to decide who will be the first player, but we have already picked our color and pantheon. So Paul Grogan will play the Norenis. So classic Viking pantheons with Odin as the major god and some other minor gods, all related to the Norenis and Viking culture. Simone will play the Sumerian. I don't remember how
Babylon.
The Babylon house. So having Ishtar as a major god, and I will play the pharaohs, having Ra as their special avatar.
Today we have the Egyptian that are not playing. No, sorry, the Greek that are not playing, the Hellenes. So I show you the meanings as well, so we can give you also a small overview of what will come with the game.
Can I just ask a quick question? Does the game just come with these 4 factions, or is there any more?
The base game comes with this faction. There will be some extra faction during the Kickstarter campaign for the deluxe version. Right. So there will be more.
Okay.
So I just want to say hi to Danilo that is watching the live today. So nice to have you here, Danilo. Hi.
Ciao, Danilo.
So
what's
Simone,
the official rules for choosing a start player then?
Randomly.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Simone, do you want to start? I'll go first. We let our guest go first.
I feel very confident this game, so I probably lose. I'm not so good at this game, but depending of the day. I start with a movement action. So I have to place my pawn on one of the green tiles. So I start with the movement action. And I move 2 steps, so 1 and 2. So super simple, and that's all to me.
Okay, so I don't have a wood. Okay. So let's say that I go straight away with a portal.
Sorry. Can I perform this special action? I spend 2.
Sure.
I spend two mana crystal and perform the commerce action. So I remove 1 metal and gain 1 and 1, and that's all.
Okay, so I'm going to choose as a first action the portal action.
Oh, so you travel immediately. You start by traveling.
I'll travel immediately. I'm a big traveler. So one of my units from my capital will land on Earth, and I want some wood So here. Every time you arrive into an hexagon in a territory that has a culture token on its perimeter, you flip that token. And each culture token has a special bonuses depicted, and you will receive these bonuses only when all the hexagons around the token are occupied by me's. And that was my action. I don't perform other special actions. So my turn ends, and it's up to Paul.
Yep. So I've had to think about this. As you say, the first action that you take in the game has to be one of these blue-green tiles.
Yes. Exactly.
So I've been thinking, and I think I'm going to do the movement action as well.
Okay.
Now, my special ability as Odin is that my settlements can be moved as if they were units, and when they do move, they can carry one unit with them. So I get two movements. My first movement is going to be to move a settlement along with this to there, and then my second movement, tell me if I'm doing this wrong, but I can move the same thing to there.
It's correct.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely
so that's my movement done. Now, everybody starts the game with 2 mana crystals, so I can possibly do one of these if I want to, but I'm gonna hang fire for now. So that's the end of my turn.
You have no resources, so you can only perform this action that is reply one of the normal action as
not enough resources because we all start with 1 resource of each type.
Yep.
And at the end of your movement, you ended up in a territory having a culture token, so you can flip that. Exactly.
There you go. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Simone.
Quick turns.
The game flow is pretty smooth.
I move here, place 1 cube because I move to an adjacent tile, and get a mana crystal. I spend all my mana crystals, so I'm very happy to get back 1 of them. Then I take 1 of the commercial pact from the pool. I like to do what commercial pact I like. This is not so bad to me.
Can you have as many commercial packs as you want, or once you've taken
you
one,
can have any commercial pack you want, but you can fulfill only one each round.
Right.
So I take this one, and then my turn. No, my turn is not done because I spend 1 mana crystal I get from the previous placement, and spend also 2 wood to place 1 of my settlement here, and that's all.
Aha! The expanding Babylon.
Yeah,
but not as much as the pharaohs. So now look at this. I'll go on the market action. It's an adjacent tile, so I'll place a cube on the path that I cross. It's a market, so I spend 1 food to receive 1 wood and 1 gold. And that's my main action. As an extra action, I spend 1 mana crystal and 2 wood resource to, as Simone has just said, place a new settlement. And my new settlement will be here on the earth. Where?
Because you can place a settlement wherever you have one of your units.
Exactly,
correct?
In an hexagon that you control. And now my turn is ending.
Okay. So yeah, the action selection system, when I first played this in Essen, this is one of the interesting parts of the game, is that I can move this pawn to anywhere. I don't have to move it to an adjacent one. But if I do move it to an adjacent one, I get the cube on the path, which is great because if you surround one of the triangles, you get one of your lesser gods on the board. So it's a really interesting dilemma. If there was another action that I really wanted to do, then I would forego placing a cube. But actually, this is the action I want to do right here. So that allows me to place a cube on here, which gets me a mana crystal. And this action is, I basically get 1 metal for every shrine that I'm currently in control of. I believe
It's
I am now in control of 2 shrines.
Exactly.
I get 2 metal. Right.
Yeah.
Now that I've got
Brilliant.
this metal, I'm going to do something with it. So I'm going to do this optional action here, which is to spend 1 mana crystal, 2 metal. And what does that get me? Does that get me 2 combat cards?
2 combat cards, 2 weapons.
And this is from this deck here.
Yeah. You can choose any card you like
Oh,
and put in your hand.
right. And how many are there in the deck? Oh, there's
You
quite
can
a few.
click this. You can click the search option.
Yeah, I might do that actually.
Because it's a secret choice. So
Right.
we know that you buy 2 cards, but we don't know which card you are in your hand.
Well, that'll be the end of my turn. So I'll let you carry on playing while I choose my cards because I'm not sure which ones I want.
Yeah. You can take the time to choose the card, so I can move on. I move here. So place another cube, another crystal that I'm very low of mana crystal, and I can dig harvest one of the eggs. I choose this one.
Simone, I have to correct you.
Why?
You get 2 mana crystal if you place a cube.
No. Sorry.
You
the
place
magnets
cubes on the wrong side.
Yeah, the magnets catch my cube.
Okay.
I harvest in this hex. I have strength 1, but my special faction power, because Babylon have super technology in harvesting. When I have settlements, I have +2 on strength when I harvest an X. So I have 1 for the units and 2 for the settlements. So I get 3 gold from this X.
I'll explain a little bit how the harvest action works. So every territory shows a resource icon, and you can have 1, 2, or 3 icons on each territory. That means that they are the number of times where you can harvest in that territory, because every time you harvest, you must cover the resource icon with an exhaust token. Also, the number of visible icon when you harvest are the maximum number of resource that you can harvest with that action. But the resource you harvest are equal to the strength you have when you harvest. So if Simone would have harvested in this territory with only 1 unit, so without the settlements, he would have only received 1 gold because its strength was just 1.
Okay. So I take the opportunity to ask one of the questions from our followers. Head5150 says, "Hi everyone. Are combat cards the same for every faction?"
At the moment, all the faction have a symmetric set of cards, but we don't want to spoil it so much, but we have some surprise also on this side.
Okay, cool. So we start symmetrical, but who knows where we will go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simone.
As my mana action, I spend 1 mana crystal and 2 gold to flip one of the tile. That means I develop my technology. I can develop only adjacent technologies, one of these 4. So I flip this one and I get 2 resources different. So I get 1 wood for sure and 1 metal for now. Don't know, I get 1 food. So I get 1 food and 1 metal, and that's all. Wood for later. And then I move 1 step on the technology track because I develop my technology. So
okay, very good.
Finish my turn.
So when you develop a technology, you flip the tile over, but then you immediately get to do the action on the tile as well. Nice.
Immediately perform the action, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's super powerful. let's see if I can do an upgrade as well. So in my turn, as a main action, I move my pawn to this aviation tile. That means that I place a cube and receive a mana crystal. The action is to activate my settlement's ability. So the settlement income, let's say. So the income of the settlement is shown on the settlement spaces on your player board, and every settlement you build reveal a new icon. So in this moment, my action will be to receive 2 new units. When you create units, you have to create them into the territory where you have settlements. So I have a settlement on the Earth. So let's say I will put both miniatures there. So this is my main action. As a secondary action, as a activation action, I spend 1 crystal again. I also spend 2 golds to upgrade a tile. Again, it must be an ideation tile, so it will be this one, the harvesting tile. The upgraded tile says that I can immediately harvest in 2 different territories, and I also receive a step on the technology track, and I will harvest in this hexagon where I have 3 units. So I only harvested 2 woods because there are only 2 wood icon available, and I will exhaust one of those. And as a second hexagon, I will harvest in this gold territory here, receiving 1 gold. And my turn is done.
Okay, so I'm going to continue to go to an adjacent space because I want to place another cube. And this allows me to take one of these commercial contracts. And I'm going to take one that I think I can actually do straight away. I'm going to take this one. Yeah. So do I want to do an optional action at the end of my turn? I don't think I do. But I'm now at the end of my turn, I am going to complete this. So that's going to cost me 1 metal and 1 of something else. So we'll spend some gold. And I get all of the bonuses that are printed on there.
Exactly.
Right.
Some of the contract, some of the commercial pact have also a planet here. That means that you need to be present in the planet indicated. If you are not present, you can fulfill the contract, but you get also only 1 of the row. So all the bonus, all the point, and the steps on the track. But this contract is, you can fulfill every word, this kind of contract.
Yeah. So I get 2 points for that. And I also move up on the
commercial track.
This track. Yeah. Okay. And what happens with the contract? Do I discard it or do I just flip it face down?
You flip it.
Okay. That's me done.
Okay.
So I take the opportunity to ask another question from the chat. Can you upgrade the action your pawn is currently on?
No, not at all, because the action you are on is forbidden to upgrade. You also cannot be replied using this action. So it's quite impossible to perform 2 times the same action in the same round.
Okay, clear.
Okay,
then we also say hello to Mishi Geek that is following us. Hi, Mishi.
Hello. We met in Essen.
Yes.
I move here, take 1 mana crystal, and take 2 resources of my choice. I take 2 resources. As additional action, I spend the crystal and 2 food to create 3 followers. I need a lot of followers. So I create 1 here. When I create the followers, I need to place on one of my settlements. So I can choose to divide. So I divide 2 here and 1 here. I spend my food, so I'm done.
Okay, so let's see what I can do. Okay, so I'm going back to the starting portal action. That means that I put a cube here, receive a crystal,
Ooh, and you unlock the first god.
and also I receive this god token, which allows me to, at the end of the turn, put in play one of my minor god. So the action is a portal, so I'll take 1 minute from my planet and I travel to Simone's house. So here,
In friendship.
in friendship, of course, I only have 1 minute there, so just to say hello to you. And that was my basic action. As a secondary action, I want to spend the crystal that I just gained, and I spend also 2 wood resources that I harvested in the last round to put a settlement in play, and still in friendship, my settlement is here.
A peaceful trading settlement.
Exactly. And that was that was my gem action. And as an extra action, I have this token, so I can put the token in one of these spots in the space of Isis. This means that this god will take the place of one of my miniature, and because we are in friendship, I'll put it here. And the minor gods that I activated immediately give me an advancement on a specific track, in this case the commercial track. And then it gives me a special ability, which can be permanent, as this one with the symbol, or a special ability regarding the end of the game, so scoring at the end of the game, or an immediate effect, like this flash icon. So my special ability activated says that my settlements now have a strength 1. And that's it. So my turn was a little bit longer, but I've done a lot of things.
But you are more happy.
Yeah.
More happier.
So I've been thinking about this, and if I decide to choose to move my pawn back to here, that means I'm going to get to unlock one of my gods as well. But that movement action for me right now is not very good. So I think I'm going to go up here to mine, which puts me a cube on there and gets me another mana crystal. And it's the blue tide is only mining of 1 hex. So I'm going to, before I leave, we're going to mine this place here. So I get 1 metal, and then we place an exhaustion token over there. I cannot mine there anymore. Now, I've got 3 mana crystals, and I am very tempted to do something with those. I could do a red action, couldn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, let's have a think
That would
about
be
this.
super cool.
Let's do that. I'm going to spend all of my mana crystals, and I'm going to get to perform one of the red. Oh no, you can only perform. Can you perform any of them, or does it have to be adjacent to your pawn?
Any of them.
Right. Okay.
In this case, yeah.
So I'm going to choose this one, and I get to mine 2 different hexes, and we'll just mine here and here. Now, the important rule about the capital, if you notice that there's a gold ring around it, that means it never exhausts. So I've got a permanent supply of metal here.
And also cannot be invaded by the other player. So it's forbidden from...
1 metal, 1 wood, and we need an exhaustion token over there. Somebody could get that for me.
No problem.
And then that's it. That's my go done. I've got no mana crystals now.
Great. Simone, it's up to you.
So I just take 1 minute to say Michi Geek that we will be more than happy to make also a Spanish live stream with you, and we will definitely do that. I think most probably in March, and we will get in contact with you. So see you soon. Hasta luego.
So it's my turn.
Yes, sorry for interrupting.
So I go back here, I place one cube and get nothing because there is no mana crystal print on here, and get one contract tiles. It's not easy to choose, but probably this is not so bad. It's quite nice, but I take this one. I take this one because I have a plan. A wrong plan, but a plan. As a secondary action, I do nothing because I hand my mana crystal, but I'm able to summon a god.
Put a minor god in play.
Yeah, I choose Anu. That is a god I like so much. So I place Anu. You place in the spot of one of your followers. So I place here.
I think he's been drinking quite a lot today.
Yeah. There is some lag. I can move 2 steps on the track, and I'm very happy because I steal this token that give me 2 points. So it's a race on the nomination track. The first player who reach this 4th spot get the token and get the point. And I can move up to 3 units from an X to another hex. So it's something like a portal, an instant portal from up to 3 units. So I move the 3 units on the with
a lot of friendship spreading.
Yeah, lots and lots of friendship.
and that's all. That's
okay.
all,
because
yes.
you lack metal. The other interesting part of the home planet of each house as an abundance of one type of resource, but a complete lack of a different type of resource. So, for example, Simone doesn't have metal in his home planet. So if he wants to harvest metal, he needs to move either to Earth or, as in this case, to your home planet, Paul, that has an abundance.
I also take 2 contracts of the Vikings planet, so I can maximize this travel and use this contract. So my turn is done.
Okay. We have another question. Do you get to choose which minor god you activate, or is it from left to right? Because both Giuliano and Simone choose the first god, so
you are free to choose. You can choose freely between the 4 gods you have in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Clear.
It's a case that we unlock the left.
You both love the first one.
Exactly. So as a main action, now I will perform this. So I'm going back to activating my settlements and my special ability, my Ara special ability says that whenever I move my pawn on the star and I cross a path where I have already a cube, and that's the case, I can move that cube in any other space of the star.
Nice.
And if there is any mana crystal icon, I also take those crystals. So I'm gonna put this cube here, getting 2 mana crystal, and also preparing my next move. So if with my next move I will go here, I will also move again that cubes.
That's super cool because once you have placed the cubes, you don't need them there anymore. But instead, you can easily surround the other spaces.
So I'm activating my settlements. Now I receive 2 units, but also 2 victory points. So I'm advancing on the track. And these 2 units will go, one on the Earth, and but no, go on Simone's planet. That Simone left basically his home planet with 3 units, so I'm taking this occasion to go there.
A
with
trip to
more
the
units.
fabulous planet.
And I don't have much resources left, but I have 3 crystals. I can perform an action, but I think I'm okay like this. Okay.
Spread around the world, around the planet.
Right, I'm going to move to here, which gets me 2 mana crystals, and then I get to do 2 lots of movement again. So we're going to see our first combat, I think. We might go horribly wrong. We'll find out. But I can, because of my special ability, I can move this settlement into here along with this one. Now, that is going to give me just 1 strength in the fight, because my settlements currently don't have any strength. And this 3 to 5, does that mean that on the other side of this tile, it's between 3 and 5?
Exactly.
Correctly.
Okay, so I'm going to have to move this one in as well.
So now you have strength of 2, exactly.
I've got a strength of 2, but I've got a big axe in my hand.
Before revealing the tile.
Yep.
So,
do I have to play weapons before?
First of all, you can perform the secondary action, because the combat is one of the last phase of the round. So, first of all, you can buy card, for example, if you don't have, so you can perform your additional action and then resolve the combat.
No, I've got lots of cards. Cards are good. Well, what I was going to do is I was going to build a settlement.
Perfect.
So yeah, let's spend 2 mana crystals.
But you cannot build here because you still not have the control now.
Yep, I know.
So you have to wait the next round.
I'm just going to build.
You can build it on the capital.
You can. You leave your capital empty.
But you only need to pay 1 crystal for this.
Oh, it's 1 crystal and 2 wood. Thank you.
So good news.
You're welcome. Right. So now we do the combat.
Exactly.
So I was hoping that I'd be able to see what was on the other side of the tile before deciding what weapon to use. But you're saying that I've got to choose the card first.
Yes.
Oh.
Except you have the power of Loki.
Well, I don't, because he's somewhere else. He's gone to the shops, I think. So I'm taking a gamble here, but I'm going to have to play the double axe, which costs me a metal to play.
Yes.
So
if it's a 5, then we tie.
On the safe path.
Yeah, but I don't know what happens in case of a tie. So
the attacker
wins. You win.
So.
In the case of a tie, the attacker wins. So you are
safe.
Reveal the tile. Oh, and it's a 4. However,
if there is some special effect on your weapon, it's cancelled, but you have no special effect, so it's okay. You win 5 against 4.
Yep.
So you defeat the ancient cities. So you get 2 woods and 1 metal as a reward.
And 1 metal as a reward.
Then you get the reward of the card. So you get 2 steps on the track and 3 points.
Nice.
So it's a very nice combat.
1, 2, and you can just drag out the bottom piece, and it will take it out of the stack.
Okay.
It's quite a useful thing. So that's that, and then the weapon goes back into my pile.
Yes,
exactly. Exactly. So you can buy again and next time.
Yeah. Okay. So that worked out quite nicely, I think. And I think that's my turn.
We
done.
can check if some of the token are resolved, but not yet because
No.
these are empty. So
And
it's my
to get the
turn.
token, did you say that one player has to be on all 3 hexes?
No, you can
No,
cooperate with other players.
Yeah.
Right.
If Giuliano come here, for example, all of us will receive 2 woods.
Oh,
if
okay.
I go here, both of us receive 2 woods. So
Right, got it. Okay.
I have a really thought decision because I have no crystal, but I have still to jump, and I jump here, so I skip another time the mana crystal action, but I harvest 2 times. The first time is here, so
I've got a token. There we go.
yeah, thank you, and I get 3 metal, and I harvest also this one, so I get 1 wood, 1 food. I skip the mana crystal action, but I can fulfill a contract because I'm present on the Viking planet. I spend 3 metal and 1 food, and I get 1 settlement. And I build the settlement here because I'm very happy about this place. I get another commercial pact, so I can choose from the pool another commercial pact, and probably I take this. Oh no, it's we have to travel to the Earth, but because if I take my own planet, I need to travel to the Earth to commerce with to use that commercial pact at. I take this one, yeah. And then I move 2 steps on the track and 0 points, so only 2 steps on the track and on the commercial track. So I go here and my turn is done.
Okay.
Can I just ask a question about these contracts here?
Yeah.
Some of them are red and some of them are blue. What's the specific difference?
It's only a reminder. The red one costs 4 resources and move 2 steps on the track, so it's the most precious and most expensive. The other one costs 2 or 3 and move 1 steps on the track.
Right. Okay.
So as said before, I have prepared my next move, placing the cubes here. So I go to the S action, crossing a cube. So I can move this cube, and I can move it here, taking 1 crystal. The action is a harvest action on 2 hexagon. The first hexagon is my capital. Now, I have no units, I only have a settlement, but my settlements have strength 1. So I harvest 1 food here. And the second territory is on Simone's planet, which gives me 1 gold. Here. So 1 gold. I got 2 gold. As an extra action, I could, yes, okay, I can upgrade with 1 mana crystal and 2 gold an adjacent tile. I cannot upgrade the red one because I don't have wood, so I will upgrade the portal, which gives me 1 step on the technology track and an immediate action of 2 portals. So I will move 1 of my units from from my home planet. Well, I don't know. No, from Simone's planet to Earth. Here, where we have metal, and also I will jump from here to here. And I'm done. But I flip this to culture token.
Okay, so I'm going back to here, which places a cube on there, gets me a mana crystal, and will unlock a god at the end of my turn. And I'm going to get to take another contract. Yeah, do I want to take an easy one? I think I do. I think I'm going to take this one, another easy one, which I happen to have also done straight away, but I'll do that at the end of my turn. Now, do I want to do a secondary action? Yeah, I kind of need all of these things. I definitely need more people. But I kind of want to do that first. So, yeah, let's spend the 2 mana crystals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to do this action, which is I'm going to spend 1 metal to get 2 different things. Is it 2 different things?
2 different, yes.
Exactly.
So I'll get 1 wood and 1 food. Okay.
And you move also 1 step on the technology track.
And because
each time you upgrade a tile.
Oh, I'm not upgrading anything.
You don't upgrade.
No upgrading.
You upgrade. Yeah, okay. You don't upgrade. Upside. Sorry, my fault.
That's okay. Right. So I now activate one of my gods, so I can choose whichever god I want, and I think we're going to have Loki. So Loki arrives, which is actually the name of my cat, who is asleep in the other room. And when he hears his name, he might come in. But Loki is going to arrive here in place of this follower.
So now you move on the technology track. So
yes. Yeah. So I move 1 space up on
because of the Loki
this track.
Effect.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so I now have the ability that in combat I choose 2 weapon cards, but then when I resolve the combat, I can choose which one I want to play and put the other one back into my hand because he's sneaky. He's Loki. And then also at the end of my turn, I can, if I want to, and I will complete this commercial contract. So 1 food, 2 wood, gets me 1 up on the domination track, gets me another commercial contract, gets me 3 points and 1 up on the other track. So I go 1 up on here, I go 1 up on here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I take a new commercial contract before it replenishes?
You take this round, you replenish at the end of each round.
Okay. So I'm going to take this one. And then that one is done. And I get 3 points as well. 1, 2, 3. And that is my go done.
Okay. I'll go here, get 1 mana crystal and 3 steps. 2 steps here, 1 and 2, to make a wall be behind the advancement of the pharaohs. And 1 is here. Now I can spend the mana crystal and 2 gold to flip a tile. I'll flip this tile, so I move 1 step on the technology track. So go here. And that's
not you, is it?
Yeah, you're right. I'm not a yellow. And then get 2 resources of the same kind for each shrine.
It's
so I get 2 food.
I need to get myself some gold so I can do some upgrading.
Yeah. Then I spend nothing. I spend nothing because I don't have what I need, so I'm done.
Okay, so now I'm jumping from 1 tile to the other on my star, so I don't place any cubes. I go on the opposite side and I'll perform an harvest action on 2 different territories. So the first territory is the new territory on Earth, where I'm in, We have two different icons. I have a strength of 2, so I gain 2 metals. And the second one is the other Earth territory that gives me 1 wood.
And it's exhausted now, so you cannot harvest anymore.
Completely exhausted, exactly. As an extra action, I spend 1 crystal and 2 metal to take 2 weapon cards in my hand. So I'm done.
Sorry, we missed this one. We missed.
Yeah, I was just about to say we get 2 wood each.
We have to resolve this, and me and Paul get 2 wood. Yeah, I plan a lot of things to do this one, but I don't mind.
And this changes a little bit the things for the contracts on your side.
No, because the resolving of the culture tile is after the combat. So when I have the opportunity to resolve the contract, I still don't have the wood.
Okay.
For the next turn.
Okay. Didn't want it to spoiler your next move.
Right. Is it my go?
Yeah.
So let's check the Norreni's house.
I'm debating whether to skip over a place, but no, I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to move to here, and I'm going to give up 1 resource, which will be a wood, to get, and it's going to be a food, and it's going to be a metal. And I don't have any mana crystals, so that is it. Now I could complete this. I think I will. I'm going to spend 2 food, 1 metal, and that completes this. Now, what's this? This is draw a card. Is that get 1 metal? 3 points and 1 up on the other track.
1 metal and a weapon card.
Weapon card, 3 points, and another 1 up on this track. So 1, 2, 3.
Running away on the scoring track.
You are real Vikings. Fight and commerce. Fight and commerce.
Right. Let me look at my cards and see which one of these we want. I think I'm going to take that one. Okay. And yeah, that's me done.
Okay. I go here. So I put a cube here and use a portal action. So I move my guts here on the earth finally. Flip the tile. Then I get nothing because there is nothing here. So I skip my mana action. But I can fulfill the contract finally. So I spend 1 wood and 2 food to fulfill this contract. I get 4 points and 1 steps on the track. So 1 steps on the tracks and 4 points. So I go to 6. But I get also a followers that I can place, for example, here, and a card. So I pass and you can go.
I can go. So let's see what. Okay, I'll try a super move. Okay, so I go here and I have 2 movements. 2 movements is not enough for me, but still. I place a cube and I receive 2 crystal, 2 mana crystal. So my first 2 movements are 1 and 2. Anzi, fammi vedere quant'è qua. Altro movimento sono 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1 and 2.
So you are preparing to fight.
Yes. Then, as an extra action, let's see what I can do. Okay, I spend 2 mana crystal, anzi 3 mana crystal, to perform an additional 3 steps of movement, which are 1, 2, and let's go here, 3.
Who combats?
Then my extraction is over, but I start 2 different fights. So one on Atlantis and one on this neutral tribe. So let's start from this ancient civilization on Simone's planet. So for that one, I have an initial strength of 3, my unit and my minor god.
So the units is 1 and 2 for the god.
So I have 3, and I will play a short bow, which adds 2. So I have a total of 5. So if Simone, you want to flip the tile?
I can flip.
Okay, 4. So that's enough. So I'll win this battle, and I get 1 food, 1 gold as a bonus, but also 3 victory points, 1, 2, 3, and 1 advancement on the combat track. And this card is used. For the second battle, I use the ballista, spending my last metal.
So you risk a little bit.
I risk a little bit, but we'll see. So the special ability of the ballista.
In this case, you start with 2. Is it correct?
Yes, and I add 4 for the ballista. On Atlantis, not only we have the usual tile from 3 to 5 of strength, but Atlantis also have an additional token, which is actually which count as a god with a value of 3. The special ability of the ballista, though, says that the opponent's god have only strength 1. So let's see if it is enough to win this fight. Let's flip this one.
Yeah, your ballista can sell also the power of the god.
It can sell the power of the god. So yeah, it has 4 for the ancient civilization, but only 1 for the god. So a total of 5.
So it's 5, and you win with 6.
I have 2 plus 4, 6. So I conquer one of the Atlantis territory. Nice. It gives me 2 gold and a food. 1, 2, 3. But also, since I conquer Atlantis, I can choose one of the special artifact cards, which are special cards that has a special ability. Let's see what I can find, and you will know what is my decision pretty soon. But then my turn is done.
Right. Yeah, we have to resolve these 2 tokens because all the axes is occupied. So both of us get 1 wild resources, and also we can move a cube.
Okay, a resource of our choosing. I'll take a wood, and also we can move one of the cubes that we have already placed. So I'll put this cube. Very difficult. Here. No, here. Okay.
Okay, I take this one and move this cube probably here, and that's all.
Okay. So I'm definitely short of people, I think. Let's just have a look. If there was to be a fight here, Simone, I can see how many cards you've got in hand. I know you've
I
got
have
your two
three
starting cards.
I have 3 cards in my hand.
Yeah, and I
Two
know one of them is
basics and 1 advanced.
the long shield. And your settlements, do they count as strength or not?
No, it worth value of 0.
Right. Okay. So you've got a defense of 2 there, plus
Exactly.
possibly 4.
The card go from 0 to 5.
Yeah. But if you've bought the... Oh, you could have bought the ballista, which is 5. Okay. So I think let's play it a little safe. Let's move... Yeah, I'm going to move to here first. So that's going to put a cube on here, getting me 1 mana crystal. I'm going to mine 1 location, and I'm just going to mine this place here. So I get 2 wood. And I'm going to put an exhaustion marker on there. So 1, 2. Now, I do have a mana crystal, so I could, if I wanted to, build another settlement. But you can only have 1 settlement in a territory, is that right?
Usually, yes. Of course, the Vikings can have more when they move settlements. I'm not sure if it can.
The Viking can move. It's not possible to build in an X where is another settlement, but the Vikings can move in a way that can be more than 1 settlement.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm done. My turn finished.
Okay, I just take the word for 1 second. We have a question. When is this coming to Kickstarter? So we do not have a final and precise date to announce at the moment, but it will be in the next few months. So in the second quarter. So very soon.
Vaguely, let's say. Around May. It should be around May. Maybe.
Can I just ask a question related to the Kickstarter?
Sure.
How close is what we're playing now to the finished version of the game, or are you still developing it? Are you still tweaking it, or is it done?
Well, rules-wise, it's the final version. So all the rules are final for the base game. Actually, we're developing a lot of additional content for the Kickstarter for let's say a deluxe version. So what we are playing now is the base version that will be also launched in the retail market in 2023. But for the Kickstarter campaign, we will have a lot of additional content.
Right. Okay.
Yes, I also take the opportunity to say something to our viewers. We are also playing some games with users. So if you are interested to test the game, as said Giuliano before, we are fine-tuning something on the graphics or on the elements, also asking our friends from the audience to join us. So if you're interested to do so, please message us on our social media, let us know, and we will get back to you with a date proposal to test the game. So, sorry for interrupting you.
So now it's my turn. I move, place a cube, get a crystal, and I'm very, very low on crystal this game, and harvest 2 times. I harvest here and here. Probably, yeah, why not? So I place here.
Done it.
Okay, you did it. Okay.
Yeah.
And get 2 metal and 2 wood.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Then I okay. I cannot fulfill this contract, so I like to cast a god. I'm not forced to cast the god, so I can wait at the moment.
Okay.
So I pass.
Interesting. So even though you've surrounded that area, you don't have to activate the minor god.
Yeah, it's a special action, so you can wait a little bit and delay. But the only problem is that you can unlock one god each time and one contract each time. So this action is one per each of them. So
okay.
Okay, dear Simone. So yeah, I'm also doing my first contract. So I move here, I place a cube, I get a crystal. My contract will be this one. But
so you have to friendly visit the planet of Simone.
And I'm already there. Then I should have some food. No, wood and food. Okay, later. So as an extra action, I spend 1 crystal and 2 food resource to put 3 units in play. 1, 2, 3, and let's put them. At least one defending this area. Let's say 2. And then an additional one here on Earth. Okay. And I don't have enough resources to fulfill the contract, so I'm done. Actually, I can share with the audience what is the artifact that I've chosen. It's the Scarab Amulet, which has a final end of the game effect. At the end of the game, I can advance on 2 tracks, 1 step each, before the final scoring.
Okay, right. I'm going to move my pawn to here, which gets me 2 mana crystals. Now, this is I produce at my settlements, so I get 2 followers.
Yes.
Is it 1 on each, or is it 2 followers that I can put wherever I want to?
You can divide followers.
A total of 2 followers, and you place them where your settlements are in any combination.
Right. Okay.
Your troops are growing, and
it's a purely defensive measure. Now, my settlements don't have any strength in attack.
Not yet. Exactly.
Only when you summon Odin.
Yeah, when I summon Odin. So I'm just looking. If I was to attack, you've got 2 defense, potentially a 4 strength card, which is 6. So I need to. Yeah, I think we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I am going to spend 3 mana crystals to activate this tile, which is 3 movements.
Yeah.
And I'm going to move in with 1, 2, which brings that one with it, and 3.
So we start 4 against 2. 4 against 2. Okay.
Yeah. Now, because I've got Loki, I can choose 2 cards.
Yeah. I know.
It seems not to be happy, but he knows.
but here's an interesting question. What if I was to lose this fight? Would I lose the settlement?
The settlement works as units, so restarts here. So all the units, included your settlement that count as units, is moved to your capital.
Okay. Right.
I surrender to your strength. I have the idea to defend the position, but with Loki, it's a little bit more risky.
So I'm going to put the double axe back in hand and just play the dagger.
Yeah. It's very.
So
I steal one of your resources.
you steal one of my resources. What would you like?
So I steal one of your wood.
Yeah,
First,
I
you
got
pay
plenty of
the
that.
dagger. No,
Yeah.
it's free. It's free. Okay.
Yeah. So I get 2 on the combat track and 5 points. 5 points and
Very
2
good.
spaces up on there.
Very, very good.
I
Now,
go
what
back
happens with
to
the
my
units?
planet.
They all go back to your capital.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and actually,
Including
I
the
haven't
settlement?
advanced.
Settlement remains here, is surrounded by your troops. So I cannot put more troops here until I defeat you and get back the control of the settlement.
Okay. And I think
you get all the reward. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. I move here. I'm not so happy about this attack, but it's in the air. It's in the air. I get 2 crystal, and I really need 1. The other one here is the crystal, and I make the domination action. So I count how many X I control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Luckily,
nice.
It's the 7th one, so it's okay to me. So I move 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. I steal for the second time a token. 2 more points, and then I can perform the additional action. I spend 1 of this one and 2 to build the 4th settlement on the earth. It is not bad. And then summon this god. I can fulfill the contract because now I'm present on the earth. So I spend another mana crystal and 1 food to fulfill this contract. I can move a cube. So I can move this cube here for sure. And then get 3 points and 1 steps on the track. So another steps on the tracks and 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Flip the contract, and at the end I summon this god, this one. I summon Marduk and place 1 followers in each
settlement.
In each settlement I have on each different planet, but one of the settlements is surrounded, so I can place 1 here and 1 here and no more.
Okay.
Okay.
But
okay.
I can move also another steps on the commerce track, so I'm moving on.
And you missed only 1 cube to evoke also Ishtar.
I know.
You know.
Super cool. Let's take a closer look to Ishtar meanwhile.
That's the plan.
Okay, so I really don't know what to do now. So let's do like this. I move again here on the movement. I change my cubes and I put it here. I have 2 movements, which are one. Let's go here. 1 and 2. Then, as an extra action, I spend 1 crystal and 2 gold to flip a tile, which is this one. So I get 1 advancement on the track, and I immediately can receive 1 resource for each shrine I control. I control 3 shrines, so it says 3 resources of the same type. That's correct. So there will be 3 wood. 1, 2, 3. Then, as an additional action, I am present on Simone's track. Simone's planet. I spend 1 food and 3 woods. Just taken. So I fulfill this contract, which gives me 1 point, 2 advancement on the commerce track, and an immediate unit. Let's put it here on my capital, and an additional upgrade of my tiles. Also, in this case, I have to upgrade one of the ancient. The only one possible, since I don't have metal, is this one.
Yeah, you don't have the additional resources to pay here, so yeah.
So it's another step on the technology track, and I take 2 contracts from the board, and it's done. So I'm going to let's take element of the future. Okay.
I just ask a quick question about mana crystals. Obviously,
Sure.
When you move your pawn around your board and you place cubes on the spaces, you get mana crystals. What's the other way of getting mana crystals, or is that it?
There are some special effects. For example, this on the contracts, you can have mana crystal as a
or some special effect from gods. Some minor gods give you some mana crystal, but
we lost
probably a little more than less.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take this one and this one.
Okay. Are you all done?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Difficult decisions now. I'm not really sure which action I want to do, so I'm just going to go with this one. I get a mana crystal, and I convert 1 wood into. Let's go for. Now it can't be 2 food. Is that right? Does it have to be 2 different resources?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
I'll have a gold as well. No secondary actions, but I did unlock this about 5 hours ago and completely forgot. So let's get it on the board. And I think we're going to take Thor, who is currently outside hunting birds, which is where he normally is all day long. And he'll probably come in at some point, but Thor's gonna arrive here. There we go. Okay, that's my go done. We've got Thor and Loki on the board.
I go here, get 1 mana crystal from placing the cubes, and I have 3 steps. So it's the time to attack Atlantis also for me. 1, 2. And
Okay.
3, 1, 2, and 3. Then I can perform an additional action. So spend 1 mana crystal. To build the last settlement. Here. Then we have to fight against the devil Atlantinians. So I play the catapult to be sure I spend a lot, but don't want to have some surprise. In fact, it's a 5.
Oof,
So
that's
it's
8.
8.
Plus 3,
5
8.
plus 3, 8. So it's
Yeah.
a tie. So I have 1 steps on the combat track. 2 points, but it cost me 2 metal. It's expensive, the catapult. It's not cheap.
But you gain
I gain, first of all,
2 golds and 1 wood.
I'm quite happy. 2 gold and 1 wood. And then I draw the artifact of Atlantis, and then you can go.
I can go.
Yeah, why not?
I can go. We can go. Allora, so I go here on the digging action. I can move a pawn. I place it here. I unlock a god token and I get a crystal. My action is digging in 2 hexagons. The first one is this on Simone's planet, 2 foods. And the second one is here on Earth, 1 metal. Then, as an extra action, I can spend 1 crystal and 2 wood to build a settlement. And a second settlement is useful here on Earth. Here. Then, as an additional last action, I have the god token, and also I want to wait for the next turn because I want to activate a god that requires me a mana crystal that I don't have at the moment. So
Right.
I'm done.
Okay, so I just wanted to check quickly which is the Atlantis artifact that got Simone. So the duplicity mirror. What does it do, Simone?
I can discard, so it's 1-time use during the mana crystal action. So I use a mana crystal action to discard this one and give me 2 action, so I can perform 2 action in a round. Each of these count of 1 crystal.
Wow.
So, for example, I can perform 2 action of the same or different kind in the same round. So it give me some boost and save me some crystal.
Very flexible.
Yes.
And these artifacts, these go to the players who conquered the Atlanteans.
Yes.
Right. Okay, got it. So I'm going to move to here. Better late than never, but I'm going to take a trip to Earth. And I think it's going to be Loki. Now, how do I remember that this is Loki and this is Thor? Or you don't need to here?
You don't need it.
Okay. But Loki's going to take a trip to Earth and he's going to go here.
And actually you can move also your settlement.
Oh, and but if I move a settlement, I can move 1 unit with it. Right. Okay.
At least 1 unit, which will be Loki.
There you go. Okay. So Loki with a settlement is going to go to England. So that gets both me and Simone 3 points, I believe.
Yeah, at the end of the round, yeah.
At the end of the turn, right, okay. I think that's it. I am doing a secondary action. Yes, I am spending 1 mana crystal and 2 wood, and I am building another settlement, which is going to be here, I think. Yeah. Okay, and then at the end of the round, we remove that, and we both get 3 points.
3 points each, okay.
3.
1,
Done.
2, 3. I move here. So now I have, I control.
Ding ding.
I control 4 different shrines. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I get four
resources. Nice.
The same kind. But
it's got to be the same kind, does it?
Yeah. I go to 7 gold.
Oh, equals. Yeah.
Then I discard the duplicity mirror, and I double the flip tile, so I don't spend the crystal. I get a crystal, basically cube. I spend 4 gold, so I go back to 3 and flip this tile, additional spending 1 and 1. So I perform the scoring action +1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 3 + 1, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ow.
And then 2 points. And then 2 steps here.
What did Simone said at the beginning of the game?
He's not very good at the game.
Yes, I remember something like that, Paul. Am I right?
Really, it's true. I flip this one also. So I spend these 2. It's very rare that I allow to play this combo. I move another 2 steps here.
Sono io quello, Simone.
He's moving the yellow one.
I help you so much. And then I can move 3 times. So it's no, I cannot move here. So it's 1, 2, and it's okay here. Why not here? No, you don't control. 1, 2, and 3. And then finally, I summon Ishtar.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I summon Ishtar.
So you get 1 on each of these tracks.
On the earth.
And you also get 2 on the bottom track.
Exactly.
And move 2 steps on each track.
Yeah, I've done that. And you get another 2 points as well.
See, we have already done it.
Nice.
And I finish.
Now, just to remind us, the game ends when
super duplicity mirror use.
When one player crosses one of the things, or
you finish when one player cross it's the final round. So all the round is played till the player on the left of the start
first player. Otherwise, the game can end if a player finish the cubes in their supply.
Okay.
So now it's my turn. I'm moving here. I place a cube and I get a crystal. I go to the market, so I give up.
Sorry, we get 1 crystal. Me and Giuliano.
Yeah.
Resolving this one. It's not bad.
Very nice.
And Giuliano get 2 points.
That's
oh yeah.
Thank you.
And also to metal. Super happy.
2 metal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grazie. So I will take only. No, so I won't give up my gold. I give up my metal to have 1 gold and 1 wood. And that was the main action. Then, as a secondary action, icon. Okay, I give 1 crystal back and 2 gold, 1 wood, and 1 metal to upgrade this tile here, which gives me 2 steps on the track and also activate my settlements. Oh, I don't have enough units. It doesn't have. No, I go back a little bit. 1, I don't upgrade that one, but all the other are upgraded. Okay, so I don't upgrade. It doesn't make sense. I won't upgrade anything. I don't upgrade anything.
So you get back the crystal?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to upgrade. So I don't do the gem action, but since I have a god token from the last turn, I will put in play Bastet, which gives me 1 step on the war track, and also says that I can discard 1 mana crystal, and I do that, to immediately fulfill a contract without spending the other resources. So I'll put this one in play, and I get 1 crystal back and also 2 units. And 2 advancement on the commerce track and 2 points, and I'm done.
Okay, I'm going to move my pawn to here, put in a cube on here, getting me 1 mana crystal, and then going to activate my settlements, which is 2 followers and 2 points. So I think that follower is going to go on there. That follower is going to go on. Maybe put it on Earth. Yeah, let's put it on Earth. And 2 points. Now, do I want to do a secondary action? I do not. But I have unlocked another god. So this time it's going to be Heimdall, I think.
Yep.
And where's he going to come out? I think he's going to come out here. Okay. That is my go done.
Okay.
Simone. Be careful.
Okay. Be careful. My turn is super easy this time. I move here.
Lots more domination.
Domination. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 4 plus 1, 5. So
do you have this one?
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, it doesn't.
No, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Yeah.
8 plus 1. I reach the end. Then I spent 2 crystal to use these I spent 2 crystal to use this one and get 4 gold again, and then summon these guys Ninursag that give me another steps on the technology tracks. And I'm near the end. I'm near the end. Go here.
Oh yeah, I should have got something for unlocking Heimdall.
And that's all.
Do that. There you go.
So you're done, Simone, I hope.
Yeah. I didn't place the cube here, but I'm done. I'm done for sure.
We are still all astonished by the round before.
Yeah. It's very rare for me for this kind of super combo at this game.
Okay, so I go here, I move this here, I don't get any crystal, I harvest on this hexagon here, getting 2 foods, and also here on my planet getting 1 metal. Then as an extra action, what can I do? I can upgrade this one. Okay.
In the final round, Atlantis cannot be attacked. So when someone triggers the game end, the bridge that connects Atlantis fall down, and Atlantis is safe. So if someone planned the attack, need to attack before the game and trigger.
Give up a crystal. I upgrade this one. I get a step here and 2 resources of my choice. 1 wood and 1 gold. But I spent 2 gold, sorry. So I get the gold back. Then, as a final action, I spend 1 crystal, 1 food, and 1 metal to fulfill this contract, which allows me to have 2 resources, 1 and 2, and move a cube. I take the cube from here to here, so I can summon directly Ra, which gives me 1 step on each track. 1, 2, 3, and 2 on the domination track. And I put it here. Simone, così stai tranquillo. Bam. And I'm done.
So
the contract also gives me 1 point and 1 advancement on the commerce track. That's it.
A couple of questions from the comments. So we have a question by Kmur213 that it says, how impactful have the greater God power been?
I don't get the question. Sorry, can you repeat it?
In your experience in this game, how impactful have the greater God powers been?
It's
not so much yet.
This game really low because we summon very late in the game. It's really depend on how in the timing the player are able to summon. It's not easy in the first game to maximize the effect of major gods, but I see some game that came in the middle of the game that made a really huge difference.
But yes, so maybe he also. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking that maybe he's also referring to the power that you get since the beginning of the game. Because, for example, the one of Giuliano was really very cool. It could move the cubes during the game. So this helps. I think this helped him a lot to unlock gods and everything. So
it's nice, but not super strong because. When you upgrade, it becomes a super power. So it's very useful to move the cubes. 3 more goals using this supplement and some more using this one. So I get more resources and it's very precious to me. And don't know if the ability of Paul is the most difficult to use, but if you know, for example, to jump the cities to another planet, it's really something nice to use. But when you unlock the lower power summoning the main gods, it's really stronger.
Really strong, definitely.
I also not able to use in this game because I try to close early and summon in the late game, so I don't maximize the effect of my measure god, but there is some way to use it in a nice way.
Okay, then we have another question by Danilo Sabia. Says, ma Paul sale sulla track delle divinità sbloccata? So I don't know if he has some doubts about if you have done all the moves.
He did it before. Yeah, Paul, they are asking you if you remember to advance on the tracks given by your...
So I did for Loki. Gods. I did for Heimdall. I think I forgot for Thor. So if you don't mind, I'll move it 1 up.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Okay, so Danilo, thank you for the for checking these. And then Okay, so
I go.
it's to Paul. Yes.
I'm going to
sure.
move to here. I'm going to get 2 mana crystals, and I'm going to mine 2 locations. The first location I'm going to mine is here. I have a strength of 3, so I get 3 wood. I exhaust one of those wood. And I'm also going to mine. It's either a wood or a metal. I think we'll exhaust for another wood. It's going to be here. Get me 4th wood, and then as a secondary action, I'm going to spend 1 mana crystal and 2 wood to place another settlement, and it's going to be it's going to be here. It's the only place that I can build another settlement. So yeah, that's my go done.
Simone,
I jump.
Don't close. No.
I jump
close.
here. I close for sure. It's not useful to me to move.
Wait, just one more round.
I summon 3 guys, probably here. Why not? Then I score 5 points because of my full activation of my income.
Nice.
My city income. And then, as secondary action, I spend my last mana crystal and 2 gold to flip this tile and make the final steps on the foreign tracks, and then have 2 portals. The first portal is probably moving these guys.
I think that you moved Giuliano again.
Shrine on the
if I'm correct.
Arrows planet. And the last one is go here. It's 2 more resources, and that's soul. We resolve this one, so me and Giuliano get 2 gold. And that's all. So the game end is triggered. So I start. So you have your last turn.
So I'm just check what gives me the most point. I can advance a little bit on the supremacy track, either maybe moving somewhere to control some hexagon more. No, it doesn't make sense. Well, I would like to control some shrine. 1, 2, 3. Could be 5. I prefer 20 points. What to do? So, yes, I guess shrine is better. So I'm going to move here, place a cube, get 2 crystal, move how many? 2 units. So 1. No, Simone, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I see a lone shrine, and I need the 5th shrine to maximize the point.
How many combat cards do you have?
Basics one.
The basic one, but I have. Okay, I think I am gonna push you away from that spot. 1 movement, and the other movement is here.
So you fight one stupid follower against my god?
Yes, I will pay the card. So I'll pay a crystal to get 2 cards. Search. I'll take this one and also this one. And yes, I cannot do anything else. So I will choose a card from my hand. Simone?
I try my fans.
Bravo, spendi questi soldi.
Yeah. So the follower has a strength of 3 and the god has a strength of 6.
2 resources. And you can play another card if you... No, you... So I win.
Yes.
Yeah. So I get 1 point and 1 on the steps on the combat.
Additional points to Simone, just for just for friendship.
You wanted to support him a little bit. Very nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's still got enough resources that he can play the shield again when I attack him. So, yeah. Right. Is it my go?
But if you lose using advanced card, you get back 1 metal as rewarding.
I see.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So the final turn of Paul.
Yeah. So I'm going to choose 3 movement points. That gets me a mana crystal. And the 3 movement is going to be now. So you've got a long shield in hand. So you playing a long shield there is 6. So for me to attack you and it be successful, I need 6.
You need a +6 to be sure.
Yeah. Okay. Which means I need to move. So it's going to be... Oh, this is really inefficient, I think. It's 1, 2. Now I still retain control of that, don't I? Even if I move out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of wanted that as well. Yeah, mistimed it. Anyway, that's my 3 movement done. But I can spend some crystals to do some other things.
Yes.
So I could move more if I wanted to, but actually, I'm trying to think what the best thing for me to do here in points is. Because right now, I could spend the 3 mana crystals to trigger this action. And what would that get me?
The number of hexagon you control, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is not a controller exactly. It's 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
It's divided by 2, rounded down.
It's 2 steps on the supremacy.
It's 2 points for you.
Which is 2 points. Okay, so there's probably better things that I can do. Which is building.
Probably build the 5th.
Yeah.
The 5th settlement.
So 1 mana crystal, 2 wood builds me my final settlement, which I can build here.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, right. So now we do combat. And I'm going to play.
I'm pretty confident that you have the weapon you need.
So I spend 1 so I don't need to use the double axe.
You don't. Oh, I made a okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I had to send 3 in because I only had the double axe.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but yeah.
You have to pay nothing. I steal you 1 medal.
Yep.
And take back.
I get 1 up on the combat track, and I get 3 points. Okay. That card goes back there. And I think we're all done. I think that is everything finished.
And that's all. So we can go to the final scoring.
Yep.
We score each track 1 by 1. So on the combat track, Paul is the first and get 4 points for the majority.
Yay.
Wait, Simone, I have the Scarab Amulet.
Yeah, you're right.
2 tracks. So I will do 1 step here.
Oh, is this end of game? Right.
Why not?
Okay.
And I cannot do this last
yeah,
step.
because you don't cross here. Exactly. So
and so it doesn't matter here.
it's a little bit useless, but okay. So it's 4 points to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 points for Giuliano. Then Paul have all the 5 settlements for 3, 15.
15 points.
So 3, 33, 43.
Yep.
Giuliano, how many?
4 settlements.
4 per 2, 8. So 23.
There's a lot of noise in the background.
I have all the settlements per 2, so it's 10 to me. 25.
Simone.
Yeah?
Niente. I was hearing piano music. I thought it was from your house?
No, not from my house.
Yeah, my daughters play piano, so I...
Okay, here I lead the technology track, so 4 and 2 steps for Giuliano. I have 2 shrine here, 3, but you don't have 4 because you don't defeat me here. So it's 4 for 5, 20. So it's 60. Giuliano, how many shrines do you have?
4. 1, 2 on Earth, 1 on your planet.
16.
I got 2.
So 31, 41. And last, we have the commercial track, 4 to Giuliano, so it's 50, and 2 to me. And then we have to count. It's a little bit easy because we have 12 people, 12 followers, so I have 8 on the board, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 gods, so I'm 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 per 3 is 12. So 4, 24 for me.
How do you do the calculation? 12
you
units?
have 12, but also you have 9 on the board, plus the gods you summon. No? So 9,
10, 11, 12.
12, exactly. So it's 4, or 4, 16. So 51, 61. Paul
I've done mine. I got 4 points for that.
4 points.
Yeah.
You scored? No.
No, he hasn't scored yet.
2,
No, I did.
3.
I did.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, you did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then least we have the domination track. So I have 15 more points. So I have 39. And
we didn't bother with that
minus
one.
3 to Paul. 1, 2, 3, and minus 4 for Giuliano. Each 5 resources we have 1 point, so I have crystal plus resources divided by 5, so I have 0.
Two points for me.
2 point.
Nothing for
Paul,
me.
Nothing. Then if we have some game end scoring gods, I have 2 points for each metal territory I control. Unluckily, I'm pushed out from the metal territories because I don't control any metal, I think.
No.
Can I just ask a quick question?
I lose all my metal, so I score 0 for my gods.
If an area had all of its metal exhausted, would it still count as a metal area?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably we make this little bit smaller, so you have don't know. We are thinking about it.
You still see the icon.
Yeah, you still see the icon. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all. That's all.
So final scoring: Simone 89, if I'm correct.
89, but very high scoring.
So I have 59 and 46 to Paul. Damn.
So the Babylon dominates the world.
So we have a question. If Paul had played 2 combat cards with his special card, would he get both rewards for winning?
No. The power of Loki allow you to choose which card you want to play. Then take back the card you don't choose and play the other one. And
so you actually play just one card, even if you can decide from between both of them, you will actually play just one.
Okay. I think that we have answered this question. So Danilo says, "Grande Simone."
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations to Ishtar.
Congratulations.
Ciao Danilo, grazie per averci seguito e controllato.
Any Any final comments from Paul?
Well, when I first played
reactions?
this Essen, the one thing that surprised me about the game is when you look at the game on the table, you look at the table presence of this game, it looks very impressive. We're not seeing the full extent of that here because it's Tabletop Simulator, but this has a very, very impressive board presence with all of the miniatures and everything else. And I sat down at the table thinking, this is going to be a super heavy game that's going to take about 6 hours to play. Wrong on both counts. The actual core gameplay is relatively simple. You move your pawn and do an action, and then there's a secondary action, and the actions are all relatively simple. And one thing that I like about this game is that your turns are relatively short. It is, I will choose an action, I will do that action, there might be a fight, and fights are relatively quick to resolve. Done, next player. But also, the game doesn't last as long as you think it's going to. It's got a good pace to the game. You expand quite quickly. You exhaust the resources quite quickly. And this isn't a super long game. This is a game which has... I mean, you said that we could probably play it in about an hour and a half on Tabletop Simulator. How long would it take to play a 3-player game round the table?
That's,
1 hour and a quarter, probably 1 hour. It's more or less with skilled player about 25 minutes per player, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah,
then I see a game of 2 hours and a half with super thinky player at their first game, but usually we keep under the 2 hour in 4 player.
Yeah,
and the thing I like of your comment is that that's exactly what we were aiming for when we started developing this. So having a complex game with a lot of different things going on. So Euro mechanics on the action selection, different effects that you can unlock, lots of variety because all the minor gods have different special abilities. The different factions with different abilities between players, some fights, miniatures inside, but all in a compact time play. So we like playing games that last for hours, but we were thinking of let's do something that can be played in a short amount of time, so you can even play 2 or 3 games in the same time, where you usually play a game of this.
I think the other thing as
category.
Well, I think the next time I play, I might do something crazy. And you've probably seen this done in playtesting, but what happens if, in the first 5 turns of the game, players move their pawn around their central pentagon? They don't get any mana crystals, but they will unlock their major god on turn 5 of the game.
Yeah.
So you've seen that, presumably. You've tested that.
Yeah.
I see a lot, not a lot of time, because it's a little bit difficult to play the first 2-3 rounds. You have 2 mana crystals, so the first 2 actions you are able to perform, but you lose probably a couple of action that is an high cost. So, but I see some good games, also some win playing the main gods in the 5th turn.
Right.
Probably I'm not really skilled. I play a very good game today, but I don't feel very skilled. But I think take some crystal and summon on turn 6, 7, 8 could be one of the most valuable strategy, but it's very different. I saw win the game without summoning the main gods, and win the game without summoning at turn 5.
So and another thing really important is that the action position changes from game to game. So it also depends on which action you have around the center of the star. So it's something that you can do, especially if you have the pharaohs, the faction that I was playing, because if there are very functional action around your major god and you, let's say, struggle a little bit in the first round, then if you do a second time the the same path,
the
you are able to spread the cubes already placed.
Yeah.
Getting more crystal later in the game. So there are a lot of mixed elements that all combined create the depth and the variety. In
Also, you have some way to move the cubes through some
contracts or
culture tag, culture token. So in some combination, you are able to summon very fast the main gods.
Yeah, I think that's the core point in the game, because it's pretty challenging to choose your strategy to balance the action you need to perform with the cubes that you need to place, the gods that you want to summon. So yes, that's the core. I think, in my opinion, when I played it, it's the core challenge in the game, to find a good balance between all that need that you have in the game.
So I've got two more questions for you, if that's all right. The first one is, what can you tell us about possible solo mode for this game?
The last comment is by David Digby, that is working very hard with David Turci, developing a solo mode. I tested the last version, and I think it's really good solo mode.
Okay, so a solo mode is going to be included in the game?
Yeah.
Right. Excellent. And my final question is, you've sent me a physical prototype of this game, and you've told me that I'm not allowed to show anybody. When am I going to be able to show people?
Well, we are going to soon to make a live in order to reveal a prototype. Yes, we wanted to keep this secret a little bit more.
So we have our physical copy too.
Exactly. So we will soon announce a live in order to share the first samples, the first prototypes that we have in our office, and then we will give the go also.
You can let me know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, because I want to get the game out, and I've got some local players that are interested in playing, but I've said you're not allowed to look at it yet.
So just a few more weeks to keep the secret, and then we will show everything and make more revelation and everything.
Yeah, it's good.
So sorry, you have another question, Paul?
No, that's it. That's all my questions.
So I was just checking, because Lars Toft is asking us, how did it go? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was confused about the comments on live. Okay, so how did it go? Will this video be on YouTube? Yes, it will be on our YouTube channel. On Cranio Creations Uncut, you find all our lives. So check it out, and see also the previous one with all the Q&A session that we have done with the designers, and all the new lives will be all on our YouTube channel. And why not subscribe while you are there? And after that, we have another question. Are the sum of major gods tune less powerful, but they have more powerful lesser gods? I don't know if I get the question.
Basically, are all of the major god powers balanced against each other, or is it a combination of the major god plus the lesser gods? For example, Odin's power might not be as powerful as Ishtar's, but my lesser gods are more powerful than Babylon's lesser gods, is the question.
Thank you.
I think
this is for Simone.
I think the powers is balanced, because we tested so many times. We developed the game through 3.5 years of testing, and in the last year we test more than 2-3 times each week. But they are a little bit situational and depending of the skill of the player. So the Viking powers is a little bit less easy to play. So you know to explore, because, for example, moving very early with your with your settlement on adjacent to
Earth.
Atlantis, you are able to attack Atlantis very early in the game, and it's a nice boost. But it's not easy to use as Pharaoh's power, for example. So usually Pharaoh's power feels a little bit more powerful because it's more easy to use. We tested a lot, and more or less the power is a little bit balanced, but depending on some situation. So we worked a lot on balancing. As a real asymmetrics is never balanced at all, because there is a little bit difference between the interaction. But in our opinion, is the power is quite balanced.
And also all the small changes that we've done in the last year of development also kept all the minor gods almost at the same level. So every faction has gods that have an immediate power, very strong. All of them as gods that have final scoring abilities. So also the fact that each god can have 3 different special abilities categories helped us try to find a lot of different combination. So yeah, perfect
also
balance.
About the variety of each faction. Now you see 5 gods, but we hope to unlock something more about the number of gods each faction have during the Kickstarter. So we have something more.
And in terms of the miniatures, there are 3 individual sculpts for each faction. So all of the followers are the same for my faction. All of the lesser gods minor gods are the same, and then there's the major god. But what's important is that the followers of each faction are a different sculpt.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We like to have variety, so we have like to have more than 4 different gods for each faction, and it's impossible for us to produce a game with 5, 6, 7 different miniature plus the main gods plus the followers. So we choose to have the same shapes for the for the minor gods.
But it's good that the sculpts are different for each faction. That's the good thing.
Yes, definitely. So I would like to say hi to Luigi that says thanks for this gameplay. So thanks to you, Luigi, to join us. And I also would like to answer to Principe Conrad, because we haven't answered. Is asking how strong are Manuela and Elisa playing Anunnaki? So I say that you will see the girls playing in one of the next
lives. It's a secret.
Yes, exactly. Let's keep this secret for the moment.
Elisa is really competitive.
I'm really competitive too. So we will see.
Yes.
Fighting talk.
In this game, it's pretty challenging, the fighting part. So you will see.
So thanks, Paul, very much. Well,
thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much to Paul for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It has been great to have you there. Thanks for all the viewers that follow this live, and also for the one that will check this live stream later on YouTube, Facebook, or on other social media. So see you very, very soon with other updates regarding Anunnaki, new gameplay, and sneak peeks about the game. Don't forget to subscribe Twitch to be always updated on our live calendar. So I say bye to everybody. Thanks to Simone, Giuliano, and Manuela for this live as well. So
thank you.
See you
soon,
everybody. Thanks,
bye,
Paul,
everyone.
again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye, Paul.